To start, head over to blot.hackclub.com/editor. You can also get there by clicking on the navbar link if you go to the main page. All right, so we're greeted with this starter program. We're not going to want to lose our work, so make sure that you log in. You can save things locally to your computer without logging on, but it tends to be safer if you keep it in the cloud. You don't have to make an account though. Great. Now I'm logged in and I can save things to the cloud. Let's see what we have here. On the left-hand side, there's the code itself. This is JavaScript. The JavaScript includes a few functions that are described in this toolkit, which I'll get to in a moment. On the right-hand side at the top, we have this viewing window. I can click and drag on it to pan and scroll to zoom. In the bottom here, we have the toolkit. Notice how I can resize the window this way or that way. I can also close the toolkit window by clicking here. I can run my code by clicking this button up top. If I use Set Doc Dimensions, then I can click on this button to center that document in the viewing window. If I hover and drag over a number, I can run the program in real time while adjusting that number. This can be quite satisfying to do. To save our files, we can save them locally, as I mentioned before, or we can save them to the cloud. If I click on an existing file, I can choose to overwrite it. I can click that file again if I want to make a new file. And now that file is saved. Now you're ready to start learning how to actually use the toolkit and drawing in Blot. Let's make the simplest Blot drawing. We can set the doc dimensions so we can center the page. The default is 125 by 125 because that's the Blot's physical work area. The units are in millimeters. Draw lines is how we'll actually render things. This can be a little confusing because it takes a list of lists of lines. So we'll start with an array, and then another array, and now we can put some points. We'll start with 0, 0, and go to the top right. Let's add another point in between. And we'll move this over a little bit so we can see the endpoints. At the end of the day, our programs are just producing lines, and Blot will turn those into drawings.